Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Sun Is Also a Star. To be perfectly honest, I was kind of relieved when this film came out because I was tired of watching the trailer. Because honestly, when I watched the trailer, I'm just like, this is just going to be another stupid young adult romance film. And I finally got around to going to see it, and it was more than that. And that made me happy. This went beyond my expectations. Was it a great film? No, it was not. It was pretty cliched. Honestly, that was one of the biggest things. Like, it's a pretty cliched film. Some of the dialogue is a little iffy at best. And there's some interesting choices in terms of the style of this film. There's a couple of interludes where it pops in and describes some like background information, and it kind of felt like it was trying to be The Big Short, except it didn't work like The Big Short, and I'm like, this is interesting. This is an odd choice. And now it's kind of sounding like I'm just shitting on this movie, but the last thing that I wanted to bring up in terms of some of my negatives was, have you ever sat through a movie and you absolutely love the musical choices that they make and it really elevates the film, and then you sit through a movie and watch when they put in pop music into the film and it feels like they're just making a music video within their movie? That's how this movie felt. Like, there's just random shots of New York City, because, like, this film felt like it was trying to be a love letter to New York, to, like, R&B hip-hop songs. And the music's blasting, it's just a bunch of quick cuts of New York City, and I'm like, this doesn't feel like a part of this movie. It feels like somebody's trying to make a music video. And it took me out of the film. But what really worked for me was the great chemistry and the charisma between our two leads in this film. Because Yara Shahidi, who plays Natasha, and Charles Melton, who plays Daniel, they're both great. Honestly, Yara Shahidi really shows the kind of pessimism of her character, and you can slowly see her peeling it back and starting to show that, like, she really does fall for this guy, no matter how cheesy and romantic comedy everything going on in this film is. And then Charles Melton really exudes this kind of naive optimism all the time, and he really sells it though, and it's really believable, and I can honestly see him charming her, and you could slowly see it in her kind of breaking that down, those kinds of barriers that she's putting up. And they do some fun things. There's some fun scenes in this film. The film really is all centered around coincidence or fate, depending on whose perspective it is. So there are a lot of pieces of the story that are very, like, coincidental, but on purpose for the story and how it all plays out. So I'm not really going to fault the film for using a lot of coincidence, seeing as it's kind of the point of the story. But honestly, it was a fun time. I enjoyed it. Never really felt bored, because honestly there was enough energy and charisma from our leads to actually make me feel engrossed in the film. Was there something outwardly special about this film? And honestly, I felt the film could have ended a little bit earlier. There's one particular tacked on section of this film that I don't know if it really worked for me, but honestly, it was a fine film. I'd recommend it if you just wanted to go see something romantic. This works. It's not going to be something where you're going to get angry just like, this is so stupid. No. They're fun leads, and it's a fun little film. So I'd recommend it. Let me know what you think. Comment below. And thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland reviewer.